planted loads of garlic this year and I'm really pleased with how it's coming along. If you store garlic correctly, it will store no problems for ages, but last year's crop we didn't put in the best conditions. I meant to do something with it and then, to be honest, forgot, and it ended up in a cardboard box and it's started to sprout. And so I'm going to ferment the last of it and then freeze a bit as well so that we can use it all up. Just got a bit of weeding to do first. I'm peeling the garlic and then taking out the shoots. This is just because the garlic's been left for a bit too long and they're perfectly edible but can be a bit bitter, so I'm just removing them to make it taste nicer. I'm now going to top the jar up with some brine, which is a teaspoon of salt per cup of water. It does need to be filtered or bottled water. You want the garlic to be fully submerged under the brine, so I'm using a food storage bag and a small jar filled with extra brine to keep it weighted under the surface. So I studied French at school until A-level, which for non-UK people that's up to 18, which means in my brain far back there is a decent amount of knowledge, but it was a long time ago and I've forgotten quite a lot. I'm okay with day-to-day things, going to the bakery, going to shops, getting what I need. That's okay, but just having casual conversations is really hard work and I get really frustrated because I can't find the vocabulary that I need and that just kind of puts me off. So my aim really is to get my French up to a level whereby I can just have a casual conversation, because I think once you are at that level, then it really, your language kicks on and you just have that confidence to build on it. So this morning I dropped our son off and, well, the sun was just rising at this time because the clocks have just changed. And so this morning was much darker and it was our first morning of really experiencing that. And so I went to tell the lady on the bus, oh, this morning was hard because it was, and I was like, I have no idea what the word for dark is. And she was like, because it was cold? And I was like, no. She was like, because it was windy? And I was like, no. And then she was like, oh, because of the clock change. And I was like, yes. And things like that, it's like, oh God, I just want to be able to just say these sort of things easily. So I'm really happy that Lingoda are sponsoring this video because doing the lessons is really helping. It's just giving us more exposure to French. And it's reminding me about those bits of grammar that I have learnt and I've completely forgotten about. Put all the garlic peels in the compost bin and then it's time for my French lesson. But first, I need to wash my hands with some coffee grounds. Great tip for you there. That'll get rid of the garlic smell because, wow, they really stink right now. I planted these seeds a long time ago and they're looking a bit sorry for themselves. They're in the polytunnel and then with that disaster, they've got moved in here and neglected. But I think some might be salvageable. So we're going to plant them out into the beds that Brooke prepared yesterday and see what happens. So here we've got the cabbages. They look like they're doing all right. And then a few kale and some spinach. So I'm going to plant them out in this bit with the remaining cabbage and then we'll put the hoops in and cover them over to protect them. So we've got the whole bed of garlic behind you and then I want to plant tomatoes in that bed because that's meant to help with pests and I want more tomatoes than last year, so I might go full bed tomatoes. And then apart from that, my plan is just to do some, what do you call it, companion planting. So planting beans with sweet corn and potentially squashes. They all go together. Thank you to the Honourable Husband for donating this lovely looking nectarine tree through our Buy Me a Coffee page. So here we've got a peach and we've got a lovely little flower that's popped up. So the issue we have with this one is that almost all of the shoots are coming from below where the peach was originally grafted onto, which means they're almost certainly not that variety of peach, possibly not even a peach. We will see. But the flower is from the peach.
say I'm about 2/3 done. I'm not sure if I can finish it tomorrow because it's going to rain. A lot of rain. So the flower bed is for, well, it could be for anything, but I think Rebecca's going to grow her cut flowers in there for dyes and just for the house, really, to have flowers that we can grow here, cut, and then have them to decorate the house a little bit more.